What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Now today is not really going to be a positive one if I'm being completely honest, and you guys know me on the channel where I'm not a big ranter, I don't complain about a lot of things, and if something's bad in the game sometimes I'm just like, I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to ignore it and wait for something that's better to come up. Now that's kind of not the case in this particular situation, because as many of you guys know, we have now got the Maranix fusion live in the game. If you guys head into the fusion tab in the portal, and you're going to need 4 of the epic champions in Tomo, and you're also going to need 16 of the rare champions in the prosecutor. Now you guys can pass this if you don't want to do it, or if you really want this champion and you've got the resources, you can go for your Maranix. I personally think she's a really cool champion and I'm personally a fan of her, and I was actually pretty excited to go for her to play with her on my account. But taking that away on the side, so we're going to need 16 rare champions, alright? You're going to have to farm the Spirit Keep for the Spirit Potions. You're also going to have to rank up all of these champions to rank 40. And then you're going to have to turn these champions into the epics after you've done all of that work. And then you're going to have to grind Force Potions and rank 50 all of these champs to put into the fusion. And it's both silver cost, expensive, and it's also resource intensive in terms of like energy and gems to buy the energy. You're also going to be using shards, so void shards, sacred shards, depending on the type of events that pop up in the game. And that's kind of not my problem here. We can pass this, whatever, we can wait for a future fusion because they come a lot in this game. This is the issue here. If we go into the first ever event that we've got for this champion in this fusion, usually, the rare champion would be on this screen, right? Usually around 2,800 points would be a good place. Let's say around 5.2k if they're feeling a little bit greedy on your resources. There's a reason why it's not on this first bit here. 9,350 points. Plarium. For a rare. For one of the 16 rares that players have to farm up before they even get the epics and the spirit pots and the energy and summoning shards. For one of the rares. For one of them. 9,350. Now guys, let's just do some simple maths here. So 6 star, alright? At the bottom right here, for a 6-star champion with a rank upgrade, let's just dismiss the rest of the points that you get from farming the campaign and all of that stuff, alright? So what we're going to do is pull up a calculator. The best calculator you could ever see in the game. So let's just do 9,350 divided by the 300 points per of the champions that you 6-star will equal 31 6-star champions. 31. One rare champion, 31 6-stars. It's insanity. Like, guys, look. So you put 300 points, and if you want to times it by the 31 now. So the 9,300 points that you need for the prosecutor. Now, I understand. You get points from doing the campaign, leveling up, and they do add up over time. But just remember here, guys, we've got champion training tournaments to do. We've got dungeons to do. And who on their right minds as a free-to-play player has got enough energy to farm this much for a rare champion, not even considering you have to still rank up the 16 rares and the 4 epics to make the fusion. At the start of the fusion, this is a kick in the teeth. And Plarium, I'm not, on a personal basis, I'm not happy what you've done here for the player base. And I'm going to speak up about this, and I'm actually not going to go for the fusion because of this. And this is just disgusting, honestly. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. All right, let's pull this up now. So this is the fusion calendar, and for anybody that's kind of thinking, can we get extra rares from other places to kind of make up for this atrocity that's in that champion training event? Well, the answer is no, because you need every single rare to fuse the epic champion. So you're going to need dragon, champion training, a dungeon divers, and artifact enhancement for this one. Then we've got summon rush, ice golem, classic arena, and dungeon divers for the second one. Artifact again, finite champion training tournament, not the event. I'm scared to see what the points is going to be in that one now. And the classic arena. And then we've got champion chase, spider tournaments, dungeon divers, and artifact enhancement again. And then we've got a summon rush for a Tomo. So if you've got the resources, you may potentially be able to snipe up a Tomo from the Summon Rush event if you're still going for the fusion, and kind of dismiss this champion training event, and that's something I want to talk about. If you guys are planning to go all out on shards and you've got a lot of resources saved up and you really like Maranix, then yes, it is probably possible to do it without this. But for a player that likes to mid-max their resources, they're kind of low on shards because we always have fusions. We just had the mighty Uko, Nagorio, and Lunafaru. And how many people, let me know in the comment section if I'm being too harsh on this, but how many people have enough energy, enough shards, enough mind power to be doing this? 9,350, man. For a rare. Guys, if this was Tomo, alright, understandable. It's an epic champion that helps you skip 4 of the other events. If the rare was here, Tomo was down here somewhere, whatever. Like, it gives you the choice. Do you want to do this or do you not? But to put players into a position where they've got no choice but to farm a prosecutor if they can't reach the thresholds of those other ones. Let me just put it up again. If they can't reach the thresholds of the Summon Rush, like, I don't even know where the points will be for this Summon Rush event. Like, it might even be high for the rare and then super high for the epic. But only time will tell, and I am going to be skipping this one, although I did say I was going to go for it because I like the champion. I like Maranix and I want to be able to go for it. But what I'm going to say is, guys, you guys can do what you want. I'm just going to speak up on this for the free-to-play players that like to grind fusions and kind of find themselves in a sticky spot at the moment. And also, Halloween is around the corner. We usually have a bunch of fresh champions that are really cool around the period of Halloween. And I'm kind of expecting a fusion around that time. And hopefully it will be a spooky, amazing one that we can kind of save our resources now from this Maranix fusion and then go over and fuse the Halloween one if one happens to pop up. Maranix is kind of a niche champion, I would say. In terms of me, I think it's really cool to have Drop Defense and Hex in the same ability. But that's because I like interesting stuff in the game. And many of you guys might too. And I wanted to have it just for the future, for future content. But for an average player, if you're not running multiple Hex champions, guys, you can just use a normal Drop Defense from like a Stag Knight, a War Maiden. You can use nukers such as your Chaos or a Baron if you're lucky enough to have one. It's just a kit I don't think is necessary, but it's fun. But is it worth all of this? I love fragment style events. I really do. I love fragment events because they're so much easier on the resources. And anyway, guys, I have got a guide coming out with Tomo very later on today. So if you want to pick and choose 4 of the rares to fuse into a Tomo, hopefully that video will make you have a little idea of how good this champion is. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. That's all I wanted to say today, and peace.